Benny was the smallest bee in the hive, but he had the biggest heart. While his brothers and sisters were strong and fast, buzzing around the meadows gathering nectar, Benny often struggled to keep up. The other bees didn't mean to leave him behind, but he was just so tiny that they barely noticed him. But Benny didn't let that stop him. He dreamed of proving that size didn't matter when it came to bravery. One bright morning, Benny was out near the old oak tree, collecting pollen from a cluster of wildflowers. The sun was warm, and the air smelled sweet. Everything seemed peaceful. But then, Benny heard something strange. The wind was whispering. At first, it was soft, like a secret floating through the air. But then it grew stronger, rustling the leaves and bending the grass. Benny flew higher, his tiny wings beating fast. He saw dark clouds creeping over the horizon, rolling toward the meadow like a mighty wave. The air felt heavier, thicker, and an uneasy shiver ran through his tiny body. A storm was coming. He zipped back to the hive as fast as he could. When he arrived, the other bees were busy, moving in and out, stacking honeycombs, and tending to the queen. "A storm is coming," Benny called out, but his voice was too small. No one heard him over the buzzing. Determined, he flew straight to the queen's chamber, where the wise and gentle Queen Beatrice sat upon her golden comb. "Your Majesty, a storm is coming," Benny said urgently. "The wind told me so." Queen Beatrice tilted her head. "A storm, you say?" "Yes. It's big, and it's coming fast. We have to do something, or the hive might not survive." The queen's expression grew serious. She called for the worker bees, and soon, the news spread through the hive. The older bees nodded gravely. "The last storm broke branches and knocked down flowers," one said. "If this one is worse, the hive could be in danger." "But what can we do?" another bee asked. "We are just bees." Benny clenched his tiny legs. He might have been small, but he had spent more time studying the hive structure than any other bee. While the bigger bees focused on gathering nectar and defending the hive, Benny had explored every corner of their home, learning its strengths and weaknesses. "We have to reinforce the hive," Benny said. "We need to thicken the walls with extra wax and strengthen the entrance so the wind doesn't blow inside." The other bees blinked at him. It was a bold idea, especially coming from the tiniest bee in the colony. But Queen Beatrice nodded. "Benny is right. If we work together, we can protect our home." The hive burst into action. Worker bees collected extra wax and began layering it over the hive's surface. Others reinforced the entrance with sturdy honeycomb, weaving it tightly to block out the wind. Even the guards, usually stationed at the hive's opening, pitched in to help. Benny didn't stop. He flew to the older bees, who knew the landscape well. "Where are the strongest branches?" he asked. "If we move the hive slightly, we can position it where the wind won't hit as hard." The elder bees guided Benny to a sturdy branch, hidden among the thickest leaves. Moving a hive was no small task, but together, the bees worked tirelessly, shifting it bit by bit. The sun dipped lower, and the sky darkened. Then, the storm arrived. The wind howled like a wild beast, shaking the trees and tearing leaves from their branches. Raindrops, fat and heavy, crashed against the hive. The bees clung to their home, holding their breath as thunder rumbled overhead. Benny huddled inside with the others, hoping they had done enough. The hive trembled, but the extra wax held. The reinforced entrance stopped the wind from rushing in. The branch, strong and thick, swayed but did not break. For what felt like forever, the storm raged. But then, as quickly as it had come, it passed. The rain softened, the wind calmed, and the first golden rays of morning peeked over the horizon. Cautiously, the bees stepped outside. Their home was still standing, strong and intact. A cheer erupted from the hive. "We did it!" Queen Beatrice looked at Benny with pride. "No, you did it, Benny. Your quick thinking and courage saved us all." The other bees gathered around him, their wings humming with admiration. For the first time, Benny wasn't just the smallest bee. He was Benny the Brave. From that day on, no one ever doubted that even the tiniest bee could make the biggest difference.